I've been racing cars since I was 13, been around it since I was about 4. I was never good at fiberglass and getting in wrecks and having to fix all that. I fought it, me and my dad fought it, so I took this course to kind of help me and my dad out. I originally just wanted to come for fabrication, and when I took the tour, me and my parents decided that I'll do 2 programs.
So I've always been into automotives, a lot of truck stuff. I build a lot of trucks off to the side and stuff like that, and I've always been looking at how to make it lighter, and Kyle and Dustin were talking to me about it when I came and looked at the school, and they were like, hey, like you can do this, this, and this with carbon fiber as far as making them lighter, and I took interest into that, and I was like, I'm gonna do carbon fiber class.
I was looking for something to fill my time between now and my ocean race, and adding fiberglass experience, not so much carbon fiber, but as I've learned, they're pretty much the same thing as far as laying them up. It'll really help me if I need to either build out a bulkhead or know how to cut holes or repair fiberglass, if I have to install new electronics. It'll really help me understand if I have to penetrate a hull to make sure I know I'm using the right products to make sure it's waterproof and understand the cores.
I'm 19 years old, and previous to taking this class, I've been racing short course in the Pro Buggy and Mod Kart class for Great American Short Course and Lucas Oil Off-Road. What got me interested in composites was I've always seen it on high-end race cars, and I really wanted to get into the performance aspect of it. I actually worked at a composite shop previous to taking this course, and I liked it so much that I wanted to get certified.
I have had a lot of different careers, a lot of carpentry jobs. I've had a couple desk jobs. I was in the military for 5 years total. So I've had a lot of different jobs, but I've mainly been focused on hands-on things. So composites is just kind of a different field for me, something new, some more challenges to take over, and there's a lot of openings in the industry for good paying jobs. So hoping to find a good career with the composites.
And I started racing about a little over a year ago, so I've had more knowledge and experience in the off-road industry since then. But I really came here because I wanted to learn more about how to work on off-road vehicles and racing and stuff such like that. I've had experience with like Bondo and a few fiberglass things before now in the stereo industry, but really seeing the process of what happens when I came here on my tour, that's kind of what made me interested in figuring out how to make stuff out of carbon fiber and fiberglass.
So my dad came here to do the welding course, and it was like maybe a year or 2 ago. And like I said, I heard the composites course through my dad's friend who was in GA, and since he came here, he really liked it, so I thought I would like it too.
I knew nothing about composites. I knew a little bit about fabrication from just tinkering in the shop, but I knew nothing about composites, and going into this course, I've learned a lot, and instead of fighting with it, I actually learned how easy it is to work with, and if you just kind of understand it, it's easier than everyone thinks. And now I'll be able to fix my parts and make it right, and it won't be so difficult in the shop. I'd say the light switch, because I have 3 of them and have no clue what to do with them. So, and now that I have a mold of the light switch, I can kind of just keep practicing with it. And that one was pretty much my favorite because that was my first time using a pencil grinder. And through the 3 light switches we did, I progressively got better throughout the 3.
I'm glad to hear that.
So, particularly about what I like is the instructors. I mean, the instructors are always there for you. You need something, they're right there. I mean, I've never had a problem where I've been like, I need an instructor and there's no instructor for me to talk to or get help from. Favorite project I've done here is, I'm going to say, the aerospace panel. When I came and toured the class, Kyle had told me that we could run over an aerospace panel and it wouldn't break in half, and I wanted to make a bet that it would, and he kept telling me it wouldn't. So we finally got to doing it, and just making the panel was fun. I mean, I had a good time doing it, learned a lot, and when it came to running over the panel, it didn't actually break, so I almost lost $20.
Program overall was great. It was, I really liked the 4-day week. I really liked that it was basically no classroom time. It was all hands-on out in the classroom or out in the shop.
Fab School has a really clean shop. I enjoyed the company of all the students. They're all really nice, and was able to work together really good. I really liked the instructors, Kyle and Dustin. They really went in depth, and whenever I had a problem, they were always there to help me, and they explained it to me really well, what I did wrong, what I need to do. And I did have a little bit of problems with trimming, like trimming parts and making sure they fit properly, but with practice through the weeks, I got really good at it, and now I can do it almost perfect.
I learned a lot of different composite things, a lot of carbon fiber stuff, a lot of different resins and epoxies that I'm learning, even still learning. I did a lot with hand tools, which I've been experienced with. I did a lot of like trimming and grinding, which I've done before, but I haven't done anything like layups of like carbon fiber layups, fiberglass layups, the pre-preg layups. There's like the uni-ply, a whole bunch of different kind of carbon fiber fabrications, and even how to make the tools to make carbon fiber stuff is very new to me, so that was really interesting.
Well, I just honestly really enjoyed working with a team kind of setting. Even though we all worked on different projects, it was all still really close since there's smaller class sizes, and Kyle's a great instructor and he taught us a lot and was really there to help us through any issues that we had, and I think that helped a lot. His teaching kind of showed us how to fix mistakes if we made them and how to prevent them from happening again. I feel like I learned how to do everything that I'm going to need for the off-road industry in carbon fiber and fiberglass. Honestly, I'm kind of having fun with the final project that we're in the middle of right now. I'm going to try to do some little extra things to make it look cooler, but that one was cool, and then some of the other projects like the light switch project, being able to learn how to do that one piece but different ways to do it out of dry carbon and pre-preg carbon and forged carbon. Just being able to play around with different ways to do it and learn how to do it different ways.
No, just I really enjoyed the curriculum itself, getting to work with materials that I've never really touched before, tools that I've never really touched before either. The process is, it keeps me engaged.
Well, I didn't really have many expectations. It was more just like I was expecting to learn just the general idea of how to make my own part from scratch by myself and how to make the tools to make the part. And we really surpassed that, to be honest. We learned how to do both of those. We learned how to use different materials and different products to make different parts, and they really went above and beyond my expectations of what I was going to learn.
Anything in the racing world, honestly, NASCAR or even off-road. I love short track racing, so if I can get on a short track team, that'd be really fun.
After I graduate this course, I'm starting the welding class, and then after that I'm going to go to automotive, and I'm going to start welding for automotive industries. So building roll cages, stuff like that for trucks. I also want to get into doing steel again, welding steel for bigger construction companies out in Georgia.
I have an around the world sailboat race that I'm headed to go do. So I'm headed to the UK in May, and I've got level 2, level 3, and level 4 training over there. And then I'm going to stay with my skipper and my boat for about an additional month, helping with refit and learning the boat. I'm shooting for the head engineer position on the boat on the crew of 24, so that I'm the go-to guy when things break or need to get fixed. I'm gonna get back in April of 24 is when I'll be done with that sailboat race, and then after that, buy a boat, set up my electronics workshop, and go piss off on a sailboat for the foreseeable future and make a living doing electronics.
With all the knowledge I've gained from taking this course, I feel confident that I can buy the right products and the right materials and be able to give a customer a solid part, and I feel like I want to open up my own business or work for a high-end race company.
So I've already applied to different aerospace companies within the area. I would like to work for an aerospace company working on planes or rockets. I think Kyle was telling me that Lockheed Martin and Northrop Grumman are working on like F-35s. He showed me some pictures of guys working on like fighter jets, which is really cool. I would love to do that, especially coming from a military background. I like all the military aircrafts. That would be really cool to work on in the future. So that's my goal, is to be in one of those aerospace companies and doing stuff on the side too, my own little stuff, like the guitar stuff and old car parts too, to make it on the side.
Well, I'm trying to learn more, so I'm going to community college right now, and I'm going to continue with that. I'm looking forward to going to the fundamentals course, and then from there, I'm planning on starting my own business and building off-road trucks and hot rods and stuff like that. So just learning more about how to do that so I can be successful when I do start doing what I'm going to do. Yeah, I think that the curriculum that I've been taught and how Kyle's told us to avoid mistakes, or how he's taught us to avoid mistakes, really is going to help. And I think that I've learned enough to be competent in the industry and be able to work in a professional environment with composites.
Right after class, I'm hoping to go straight into General Atomics, start working there and just building my career up from there.
I want to thank Colin and Dustin for showing me everything and showing me how to build stuff and everything else that goes along with this. I mean, they've helped me a lot. And I also want to thank my mama, because she's probably the only reason I got off my ass and started going to school.
Well, I guess I want to thank all my classmates. Everybody's been super fun to be around. Wish everybody the best on all of their chosen career paths. Certainly there's a number of folks here who have a lot of potential to go do great things. And say thanks to Dustin and Kyle and imparting all their knowledge on me. And it's been great.
Definitely thank my parents for being able to fund me coming to this school. I thank Manny, one of the sales reps, for helping me get into this course. Kyle Roberts, the marketing director, he's really awesome, and especially Troy, the owner, he's really cool. I really appreciate talking with him and working with him to be able to come to this course. I thank Dustin and Kyle, my instructors, for being really great instructors and helping me out so much. I wouldn't know the things that I did without them.
Yeah, my car for getting me all the way over here. No. Yeah, I would like to thank the instructors, of course, for giving me as much information as they could. As far as that, no, not really. Thank my dog at home for supporting me. That's about it.
Well, I want to thank just the whole staff at the Fab School for really helping with the whole journey. I mean, there was a bunch of people over here on our orientation day teaching us about everything, and our instructors are great. Kyle has really taught us a lot, and you've been fun to hang out with and take videos with, so that's been cool. And hanging out with Victor at events has been nice. So just really the whole staff here has helped out a lot.
Probably just my dad. My dad, because he came to this school and I probably wouldn't have found out if he didn't. And the instructors too, because I don't have the best memory, so I really come back to them a lot and ask them a lot of questions if I'm doing something right or not. They definitely help me a lot.
My parents, who are helping me go here, my grandma, who is also helping me pursue my dreams, my friends who have supported me. There's a couple days where I just didn't want to get up and get here, and they pushed me to get me here. And I'd say Dustin and Kyle, because they put up with me. I always come in with something interesting or crazy, and they answer my questions.